What's going on, fellas? So today we're gonna be watching a video where this guy's asking women, where should he finish? And for those of you who don't know what that means, then you might just be a little too young. You might need to get off this channel, okay? Because this channel is for men, all right? But for the men, you understand what that means. Where should he finish? Let's see. I'm gonna tell you right now. These women want it on their face. They want it on their feet. They want it on their breast. They want it on everywhere. Okay? They want it on the ground so they can lick. They want it everywhere. Okay? But some of you guys, you won't get to experience that. Okay? Some of you guys think that women are just these precious angels and they would never do a thing like that. No. You just got to be the right guy. And if you're not, tune into my Patreon. Hit me up on Instagram at Optimal Man Coaching because you need to experience that. Let's get to it.
So my question is, do you have a preference in terms of where you want a guy to finish?
What do you mean?
Like,
Where?
yeah, like where on you get?
Well, like, I don't want to get pregnant.
Understandable.
Yeah.
What if you're on birth control?
Nah.
No. So then where else would you?
Anywhere else.
Anywhere else?
Yep.
But
Towel, preferably.
a towel?
Sure.
Okay.
A towel? Oh, hell no. A chick tells me to finish on a towel, that might just be the last time she ever hears from me. But hey, listen, always, if she tells you she doesn't want something, you listen, okay? If she tells you to stop, you stop. All right? Don't be out here catching charges because you let your lust take control over you. All right? If a woman's not comfortable with something, immediately you stop.
Okay. But like, you wouldn't enjoy it. It wouldn't be pleasurable for him to finish somewhere on you besides inside.
If I am in love with him. Valid.
That's a lie, and that's why she's laughing, because she's just trying to protect her public persona, even though she's already talking about this on camera, right? She's already talking about this for something that's going to be on camera, on video for the rest of her life. But women, they still got to protect their public image, right? If I'm in love with him, only if, right? He has to be my boyfriend. Otherwise, no way. No way. He can only pipe, right? If he's not my boyfriend, he can only pipe. But I have to be in love with him for him to, slut me out or, do anything, all that type of stuff, right? YouTube is kind of censored, so I can't really be saying too many of these words, all right? But, she's got to protect her public image. Only if I'm in love with him. That's cap.
Are you imagining any specific place? Like your back or your
Belly's
face?
fine.
Belly?
Belly's fine.
Okay.
That's fine.
That's fine. Any particular reason why?
I don't know. Like, I feel like it's better when it's he's in front of me so I can see his face.
You prefer to gaze into his eyes.
It's more so like an intimate thing.
Intimate.
Yeah.
Any other places? Or is that pretty much it?
I mean, if it's like one of those nights, then whatever. But yeah.
Alright. Is the face okay? Just out of curiosity?
If I'm in love with him.
If you're in love.
You know damn well she's probably a college girl, right? I'm not over here judging. I don't know this woman, right? Just thinking out loud. Probably a college girl, right? Probably had several wild nights with guys that she wasn't in love with. And I'll tell you right now, they probably did it on her face, okay? But women have to protect this public image, right? Like recently, I was texting with this one chick, right? And we were having very, very appropriate conversations, right? Very appropriate. You know me. Nice guy, of course. And so we're talking appropriate things, and, we end up on the topic of basically where to finish, right? And I said, right, that I'm going to do it in her. She told me, I want you to do it down my throat, right? And this chick is going to say, I'm going to make sure to save some, right? Because I told her she can't waste a drop, all right? And for those of you who don't know, women have dirty minds and they want you to talk to them very dirty. And I actually have a video on Patreon at Optimal Man Coaching that breaks down everything, right? Because I can't talk about that type of stuff on YouTube. That is literally a whole different language. That it's a language that women speak, but most men are foreign to this language. Most men don't learn this until they have some experience and some skin in the game. All right. So if you want a quick way to learn everything that you need to know, just go check out my Patreon. Okay. But basically, right, this chick is going to tell me she has to save some so she can rub it on her. You know what? Are you crazy? Right? I looked at that text like, I didn't say anything because I don't want to kill the vibe or anything. But I wouldn't let that happen. Now, am I going to sit here and act like I've never shot up the club? I'd be lying, okay? But the older you get, the more you realize that that's stupid. It's stupid, okay? Even if she's on birth control. Because you're really, really, really putting yourself at risk for a moment of pleasure. Because you feel good in the moment. You're not thinking about 18 years that you might have to be taking care of a potential child because you wanted to have fun for 1 second. That's how long it lasted, right? 1 second, couple minutes. And oh, it felt so good. But you're not thinking long term. Now you got 18 years where you got to take care of some kid, right? God forbid he's not disabled or something. Now you got to take care of him for even longer. So think before you do things, okay? That's why I'm not letting no chick do that. You crazy?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you so much. Where would you like him to finish? What is the ideal spot?
Her face.
Like on me,
Yeah.
on my back,
On your back?
on my back or my stomach. Not,
Interesting.
yeah,
Why would you say so?
because that's easier to clean up.
Can I get in the
Not,
video?
Interesting. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
not in me though. That's for sure.
Oh, not in. Gotcha. Okay, what?
In me or on my face. Ow!
For those of you who are watching this and you're like, oh, no way. Women are really like this? Women are really like this. Even the ones who are modest, right? Even the good girls. Those girls, they just know how to hide it better. But every woman has a wild, dirty side that you have to be solid enough. You have to be man enough for her to see you and be like, yeah, that's the type of guy that I would let do all these dirty things to me. And even if you clap, right? Even if you clap, you might not be seeing a certain side of her that another man has. Listen, I've experienced some things with women, and I'll tell you right now, not every guy gets to see that. Not every guy will ever experience that. Two different guys, the same woman, right? They could be dating her at different times, and both guys could have an extremely different experience. One guy might smash, but he might just get, the regular side of her. Then the other guy, the bad boy, that motherfucker gets to help her live out all of her deepest, darkest fantasies. Telling you things that she's never told anyone before. Doing things with you that she's never done before. You got to position yourself to be that guy. But that starts from, first of all, being a solid motherfucker where she knows you're not going to speak on the business, okay? Because she knows this guy, because women need to protect their public image. You see it even in this video. They need to protect their public image. They don't want to seem like a thought to their father or to the people around them or to their family, to their friends, to their job, online, right? They don't want to seem like this. So what do? They got to protect their public image. So that's why when you are the type of man who speaks on business that should be kept behind closed doors with these women, guess what? Now all of a sudden, they don't want to mess with you because they see, oh, he started speaking on the business, right? I don't be speaking on the business, okay? The only reason why I share these experiences is because this channel is for guys to learn off of my experiences. So to a certain extent, if you guys want to learn from me, then I have to share some of the experience. I'm never going to say a name. I'm never going to put a face to it, right? I'm just sharing an experience. Who knows, right? No face, no case. But you never want to speak about this, right? Like, I'm not the type of guy to be going around telling this guy, yeah, you know who I just smashed? Yeah, this, that, hey, no. The most you'll probably see on my Instagram story is like a faceless picture of like some drinks or some food, right? No face, no case. As a man, you gotta be lips shut, because if you're not, then you're never gonna see that side of woman, right? Because that dirty side, it's so dirty that she doesn't want anyone to know about. Okay? She doesn't want anyone to know about that side. But you can be the one to know about it if you know how to bring it out of her. You know how to bring it out of her? If you don't, tap in. Send me a DM on Instagram at Optimal Man Coaching. Let's get you there.
Nice. Okay, what about you?
Definitely on my back or my mouth.
So do you prefer to swallow?
Oh yeah.
Tell me honestly, when you're doing it with the guy, where do you want him to finish?
Oh, your things. Where do I want him to finish?
Yeah.
I want him to finish. I don't know. What JT said, go baby. I'm trying to.
Imagine you start dating a girl, fall in love with her, she's your girlfriend, you think about making her your wife, and then this video pops up and you see her years ago talking about in my mouth, on my face. I would be sick to my stomach. I'd be like, oh, what the fuck? I mean, I already know how these women are, and the chances of me getting in a relationship are very, very slim. Okay? But I think any man would be like just disgusted by seeing, oh my goodness, this is my girl. Like, you know that the woman that you're with has probably been with another guy in the past, right? But you don't want to think about it. You don't want to see her talking about it. And now you're going to see a video of her talking about in my mouth. You could never look at her the same. You're like, that's what I'm kissing? Oh, man. Come on. Why y'all do this to yourself, ladies?
Give them to you.
All right.
We gotta finish like this.
So that's where you want him to finish. Okay. What about you?
Oh, yeah. I just remembered one thing, right? Because on my point of not speaking on the business, I also had another point to make, which I'm going to go ahead and make that point because it's valuable for some of you guys who will never see that side of women, okay? Don't be judgmental. If a woman is speaking about something, right? If she can sense that you're judgmental, if you make a comment that's judgmental, then guess what? She's not going to show you that side of her because she doesn't want to feel judged. The same way that she won't do something with you if you're going to speak on the business. Why? Because those people will judge her. So if you judge her and the business hasn't even gotten out, you think she's going to show you that side of her? That really, really kinky, freaky side of her that no one has ever gotten to see? No, she's not going to show you that. So if a woman is speaking to you, right, and she says something, judge her up here, okay? It's okay to judge her up here, right? In my mind, I just be peeping stuff, right? I take a little mental note. That's it. Just take a mental note. But never speak on it. Never be like, what? You say you were going out on dates? You say you were wearing what outfit? And you were posting those pictures? Now in her mind, she's like, okay, so he's basically saying that I'm a thought, right? Even if she's doing thought behavior things, right? Take a mental note. No, okay, this chick is probably not going to be girlfriend type, but never speak on it. Never speak on it. Never say a word about it, okay? Lips sealed, all right? And so in your mind, you could judge her, but never vocalize that. Never say, oh, why are you posting these pictures? Especially if she's not your girl, right? If she's your girl, you could set boundaries from the start and let her know what you expect out of her. But if she's not your girl, especially, and you're over here judging her based off what she wears and stuff like this is an immediate turn off to women. They don't like being judged. You got to understand, a woman's feelings and emotions are everything to her. So when she feels judged, now she's not going to show you that side of her. And she might just get turned off enough to where she stops talking to you.
I want him to finish.
Okay.
I don't fuck. For me, I don't have sex. I'm a virgin, so
Really?
yeah, I don't
I don't think so. That forehead tells me that she's a demon.
really do stuff
Period.
like that.
Only do a shake this
Come here.
and you see who
Let me
likes
tell you
that.
something. Them two bitches is lying. Where them all?
They lying. I'm telling you. That forehead says it all. That forehead is just speaking demon forehead. Like that shit will have you, you know, busting in motherfucking 1 minute. Probably even less.
Mother of them bitches was lying. Them bitches be like,
Where would you like a guy to finish?
preferably not.
It's funny how when you have a camera, you can ask anyone anything. You can ask a woman anything. When you have a camera and a microphone and a flashlight, you can ask a woman anything. So when was the last time that you played with yourself and you just felt so good and you know what were you thinking about in that moment? What did it taste like? What did it smell like? Like the type of shit you could never ask without a camera. They'd be looking at you like, what? What did you just ask me? Huh? 911, hello? Yeah, I got this weird looking ass guy and he's trying to do things to me. Please come fast. But with a camera, where would you like him to finish on you? And they just be speaking on it freely, right? That's the hack. That's the method. If you want to ask a woman anything, just come up to her with a camera and a microphone. Hey, excuse me, I got a question, right? Boom, simple.
In me.
Okay.
Most,
Even if he has a condom?
no, a condom is different.
Okay.
Stomach,
Okay.
right?
So,
What do you want?
I disagree. I would say back.
back.
Alright, depends which way you're facing.
Okay, this is really fascinating because I've heard a lot of girls say on the back. But
It's like women say, you know, in a private conversation, you can't ask her this, right? Like if you're just a random stranger walking up to her on the street, she's probably going to look at you sideways and be like, who is this guy and why is he asking me this, right? Private conversation, right? But now, when it's a public conversation that's going to be on the internet forever for everyone to see, they're like, huh, smart idea. Let's do it.
but I'm still struggling to understand why on the back particularly.
Because it makes them, they have to go get the towel or the tissue or
The
whatever
rag.
to clean it up.
Oh.
Because if it's on your chest, you are still able to get up.
Right,
But if it's on your back, you can't move.
Fellas. Be a gentleman. Clean it up. Just clean it up. Be a gentleman. Okay? Doesn't matter where she's at, right? She could be on her back. She could be on her head with her feet up. Like, it doesn't matter where she's at. Be a gentleman. Be a nice guy. We're nice guys over here. We clean them up. Okay?
So they have to clean it.
Exactly.
And you get to feel them cleaning your back, which feels nice.
If you want to say that, sure, yeah.
Why would you say the stomach?
Well, I think it depends which way you're facing. You know, if you turn that way, sure.
Okay.
Just really not on the sheets.
Okay.
That's dirty. You
Just not on
gotta,
the
you gotta clean
Just
the
don't make a
sheets.
mess.
Don't make a mess.
Okay.
Somewhere easy clean up.
So if you're in a position where he's hitting you from the back, would you prefer him to finish on your back in that instance?
Yes, because then I don't have to turn around. Makes
Okay.
sense. You know what I mean?
So you're more, you're about convenience.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Any other places? Any other places you really enjoy, or?
Any other places? Any other places? Any other places? Are you sure you don't want to answer this question? Any other places? This brother is like, I'm telling you, the camera method is unbeatable. This man's over here desperate for the answer. He said, any other places? And she said, and he said, any other places? please, I need this for my future content, for when I'm alone in my room and I got my Jergens and my crispy sock. I just need to hear your voice saying exactly where you would like it, please.
I can't. I don't know.
Not really?
Yeah.
Okay. Any other places you really enjoy, or?
No, that's
They're like, this is getting too weird. This guy is on some weird ass, freaky ass things, man. Like, this is getting too personal.
secret.
Oh, that's secret? Okay, confidential.
Confidential.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you.
Secret means what? Only a few guys get to know about it. Only a select few guys get to see that side. Are you gonna be that guy?
The question is, do you have a preference in terms of where you want a guy to finish?
Where I want a guy to finish?
Yes.
Bro, I'm gonna turn off this bathroom fan. I don't know why it always turns on. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
I mean, definitely not inside of me, considering, right. But, I mean, I don't really care, no.
So even if he has a condom? No.
If he has no.
No.
Yeah, I mean, communication is key.
Communication.
Yeah.
Okay. So then where else besides inside?
Usually, it's on my ass. So I'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's your favorite spot, you would say?
I would say, yeah.
What would you say?
It's just the most usual spot. For
Yeah, it's usual, yeah.
Usual spot?
Like chest.
Your
Right.
chest?
Oh, really?
But then the amount
Wait,
of
wait.
times I
Best
got to my
attributes.
fucking hair.
Yeah, the hair is crazy. You don't
On the
you don't have
hair? It's probably like so hard to get out, isn't it?
Oh my god, I gotta shampoo everything.
Yeah. Oh my god, must be a nightmare.
Right.
Wow. Do you just mean like upper chest or specifically like the titties?
I don't know.
I think she specifically
He was
means
looking
the
down
titties.
while he said
Okay.
that.
Our best
yeah.
I feel like our best attributes
whole
you'd
area.
want a nut on. So if you have a fat ass, why wouldn't you want somebody to nut on it, right?
Fair enough.
If you have big tits, why wouldn't you want somebody to nut on it?
Fair enough, fair
Right,
enough.
right.
Okay. Now, to you guys, what is your favorite spot to finish?
Next.
No?
And this is what I think about when, growing up, I always heard, oh, what you see in corn, it's not real. Women don't like that type of stuff, right? And I don't watch that type of content. But, well, growing up, I did. Heavy. I'm talking about I was top level gooning. Like, I'm probably in the Hall of Fame of gooners. I'm a retired gooner, though. My jersey is on the wall, okay? I have women goon me now. Pause. I don't know if that's... Anyways, I'm in the Hall of Fame of gooners. Like, if there was a Hall of Fame for gooners, I'd probably be number one. Nautica Malone, that man would probably be second. Like, whoa. Actually, he got first place because I would never take it to that level where I'm in a parking lot, right? But I'm top level gooning. I'm talking about, listen, let's move forward, okay? Let's move past this point. But anyways, my point is, I always heard, corn is not reality, right? But it is. It's very, very realistic. The things that you see in there are very realistic. Now, what's not realistic is how it happens, right? Like, they'll be like, hey, I heard you ordered this book right here. And then they'll open up the book and the man will have it right in there. And it'll be like, oh my goodness, wow, right? Like, that's not real. But the things that they do in it is very real. You want it on their face. You want it in all these different places. All the positions you see. Like, it's pretty realistic to me. If you get to see that side of a woman, it's damn near spot on. Okay? But I've always heard that. And I don't know who came up with that. Maybe it was some simp who never got to see that side of a woman. And so he's like, that's not realistic. It is. The only thing that's not realistic, like I said, like just walking up with a pizza and you have a hole in it and all of a sudden, like, that's not realistic. You're not going to walk up to a woman with a pizza and a hole in it and expect something to happen, okay? So don't get me wrong. That part is not realistic.
Okay.
Hi.
Yo, I don't got a favorite spot. I ain't gonna lie. Like, just
Come
as long as it, no, like, yo, wait. What was your name again? What's your name?
Emma?
As long as it's not in
Yo,
that
if
shit.
it's not in that shit, I don't give a fuck. Like, dead
Red
ass.
B's like
I'm
$50.
dead ass.
If that's what you expect.
No,
Because I'm not trying
What are
to.
we talking about?
Listen. I want to have kids one day and shit, but like, not today.
Not
You know what I'm
today,
saying?
right?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
So that's my take on that.
So you didn't say a favorite spot.
No, there's genuinely
Where
like
do you
I don't
generally
care.
not? Where do you generally
Ask
not?
this man, ask this gentleman.
Like in somebody's
Where
mouth.
you not? Where you not, boy?
What I'm not.
Where you at?
Why is this man nervous or what? Cause if a chick was talking to me about this, I'd be like a shark smelling blood in the water. I'd be like, it's time to lock in, brother. Right? Oh, so you say you like it in the mouth, huh? Oh yeah? Where else do you like it? Right? This man's like, oh, and where do you like? Like, lock in, dog. It's not every day that a woman just starts talking to you about this randomly, right? The camera's out. She wants to talk about it. It's time for you to show her you're the type of guy that she can show that freaky, nasty side to. Okay? So if I was there and she was asking me, where do you like to? Right? I'd lock in. It's time to lock in. Now, don't get me wrong. I think, I'm not going to speak on the looks. Okay, let's just move past this.
What's your favorite spot?
Favorite spot. In the mouth.
The mouth?
Okay.
Okay.
Letting you know nobody likes that. It's fine.
Yeah, but I like it.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
Where do you prefer a guy to finish?
On my back.
Yeah,
On your
on my
back?
back.
On my
Next time
back.
on my back.
Wow. I'm just saying you're back.
Because you don't want it in you. You don't want to have a baby.
I feel like it's a little kinky though. Like, yeah, on my back.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
So you're hitting it from the back, why not on my back?
Exactly. Where else you gonna put it? On my covers?
Let's say there's no chance of getting pregnant. Would you still say you're back?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And then give me like your second favorite place. Your face? Okay. And would you have him finish in your mouth so you could swallow as well?
No.
Oh no.
Oh no. He said in your mouth or not?
Never.
Never in your mouth?
Not either.
Never. Nasty. Disgusting.
That's
I have
nasty.
a texture problem.
Exactly.
If that shit touches my tongue, I'm yakking.
Disgusting.
What if he had a really healthy diet and his sperm
That pineapple juice.
About none of that.
No?
I don't want to taste that shit in my mouth.
For those of you who don't know, if you're ever going to link up with a chick, drink some pineapple juice, okay? If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. If you need help learning the language that I was telling you guys about on how to speak dirty to a woman, check out my Instagram, check out my Patreon at Optimal Man Coaching. Don't forget to hit like on this video if you got some value from it. Leave a comment. What are your experiences? And don't forget to subscribe. Peace out, guys.